In the absence of Olympic champion Rob Waddell, it's this man, Steve Westlake, who starts as favourite in the men's championship single scull. And he's away. A few wobbly strokes to start with, but a good start. He's joined by Leighton Montgomery, the senior winner from last year.
Westlake's got a flyer, all right, showing out early from Bryce Mail of Waikato. He's the North Island champion. And Daniel Blain from Waihopai, the South Island champion, out on the far side.
Great rivalry between this man, Bryce Mail, and his partner in the New Zealand Olympic Reserve pair, Steve Westlake. Mail, of course, winner in the double scull and quad. And Westlake now has him in his sights. He's able to look back at the Waikato sculler. You can see Mail there just looking across at Steve Westlake in the black carbon boat. But it's Steve Westlake who looks as though he's going to fill the shoes of Rob Waddell. Of course, the big man now in the America's Cup team. Just looking around to see where that finishes. He's anxious to take this title home.
Brave run by Westlake. He came charging out of the starting pontoon. He hasn't looked back, and he's really controlled this race throughout. Bryce Mail finishing second, and Daniel Blain third.
Thanks, Rob.
And a nice touch, a former champion shaking the hand of the 2001 champion.
Oh, well done. Good effort, man.
Steve, congratulations. Great to take over from Rob Waddell, I guess.
Well, obviously he's been going really fast for the last few years, and ultimately the Olympic gold. It's a shame he wasn't out there on the water today, but well, we'll just have to make do for a couple of years until he comes back.
What sort of work have you done through this season to get yourself ready for this race?
Well, I raced mostly in the pair for the last couple of years, and my pair's partner has been working shift work all winter, so I've pretty much jumped in the single as out of necessity.
Now you've got the big challenge with Robbie Hamill coming up.
Yeah, that should be an interesting one. Like, hopefully the training will cross over.
This, of course, is the row across the Atlantic.
Yes.
That's going to be a lot further than down here.
Well, hopefully it won't quite be as hard. Like, if we have to do that for the 2,000 metres all the way across, I think we'll be a sorry sight by the time we get to Barbados.
Now, if you are involved in the rowing trials, you know, how does that tie in with the Atlantic crossing?
The Atlantic's not till October, so perceivably it may fit in. That's something that I'll have to talk about with the selectors and Richard Tonks, the national coach. I'm not sure what boats they're looking at selecting, or if any, so it may not be a problem in the end.
If you were involved, though, in New Zealand Cruise for a 2,000 metre racing, what sort of preparation would that be for the transatlantic?
I actually think that it crosses over very well. Like, the actual neurological system is working exactly the same as it would be doing the long distance stuff. Obviously, there's the matter of endurance, which will be a little bit different. But the actual rowing itself, we're doing 200k plus a week anyway, and you wouldn't do much more than that just training for the Atlantic. So it's very similar.